Hi, everybody. I just thought it would be very useful to have a bit of a summary of the energy we've had in the last week because it's been quite drastically affecting so many people. And with us all moving in and out of isolation and having this amazing time together to really think about who we are and what we want and test the energy around us to find out what really wasn't working for our health or our bodies or our well-being. And now that we are moving in and out of it, we're starting to test the energy of what changed. And I know a lot of people in the last week have said to me essentially how annoying things are and people and energies being back in the real world, or just being disgruntled by things. And just for you to understand that it's a little bit to do with having had the time to really contemplate that isolation space, what you do and don't like, to go back into a scenario, whether it's work or a community space where you used to have to do a certain kind of pattern. It's jarring. It feels like it's going to pull you back into that old energy. So always I recommend that you, when you're walking into a space, you allow the energy in front of you, or you set your energy, ask your guides to do it for you. Now, when you move through space and time, that the energy in front of you is cleared to match your new vibration. And that way the old energy doesn't impact you and your old patterns. Like white lighting a supermarket before you go in. It's just a really good idea that everything matches your vibration rather than tries to bring you down to an old vibration. So the annoyance and the aggravation that people have been feeling over the last few days, maybe even a couple of weeks by now, is more about that frustration or that reactivity that we're going to be pulled back into that energy. So the kind of angst, the angry, the resistant energy is fear that we're going to be made to do it the other way and we're not going to be able to keep the new energy. So just take a moment if you are feeling frustrated and annoyed and you're that's just your response to feeling powerless. What if I have to go back to the way it was? What if this has to be in my workplace? What if I have to allow people around me who are unkind? And it's more about just resettling your energy into the new future that you're having without pretending the old one didn't used to be in that environment. I think it's an interesting stage of evolution when you think about the fact that so many historical sites that are of deep sacred value have been built on the site of another place of deep sacred value. So when we think about temples and churches and pagan places and synagogues, like all of these things through time are usually built on the same site of something else that already knew that was sacred energy. And so what we're saying is that there's already been energy in play. We're not dismissing our life to now and the learning we've had, just that the energy we've had today has a vibration that might be about here. And now that we're moving up into this higher vibration of who we are, which contemplation brings, even if there's no change in your immediate lifestyle, knowing what resonates with you and being able to tell yourself the truth. I don't want this moving forward. Find a way to change that, please. Moves you into that higher vibration. So you're still building on the same platform. You may still be in the same home, the same workplace, same relationship perhaps, but you are in this new vibration, and what was before does not need to affect us. So it's just that feeling of fear and frustration that it might be taking us down and back to where we came from, and allow yourself to go, and I say no. And just move forward in the vibration you're in, so that anything in front of you meets you in that vibration, the workplaces meet you in your new vibration, and it's just allowing you to fear the fear. You know, sometimes we're going to be able to go, oh, I feel good, I feel bad, I feel happy, I feel sad, and that's okay. That's the point. I feel something. If you have the space and the privacy to lean into it, what do I fear? What's this feeling? Frustration. Okay, what about that? I'm going to be made to let it go and I want to keep what I've got. Decision made, keep what you've got. Okay, let your guides handle it. You don't have to, but you make your decisions so they can. And I think that's part of why so many people had such aggravation over these last few days is because they felt like they had reached an ascension, or they'd reached a vibration or a decision about where they wanted to be, and then they were confronted with the old version, and how do I make the jump? That's not where your energy is spent in the house. The details of how we get there is for you guys to manifest. Just what do you want? And that you are allowed to keep it. The last thing that I did learn over this last week, when we say going back to basics and making sure we do our basics, is sometimes you're going to go into a room that nobody's been in for a few weeks if you've had lockdown, and or that's been closed up, even a holiday home you only go to every now and again. Remember to clear the energy. It's stagnated energy, it's old energy. We do this with rituals like opening curtains and windows. We do this naturally. But it's always a good idea that if you feel uncomfortable in an area, that you white light it. You have the room filled with white light. If you can ask for them to match your vibration to it, that helps too. And it means that things that are not of your vibration just do not engage with you, which is a wonderful way to respect everybody's journey, being at whatever vibrational match they want to be at, but not being wrong, just not impacting you. So have a lovely week, and I do hope that when you have feelings that come up, you honour them rather than fear or judge yourself, and that you are able to lean into these things to move forward and ask for help. We have so many guides and ancestors waiting and willing to help us. Thank you. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys later.